So did somebody tell you on YouTube that the donut hole is gone for 2020? That you don't have to worry about it anymore? You're going to pay these low co-payments the whole time? Absolutely not true. The donut hole is alive and well for 2020. Let's run through the different levels and I'll explain to you what's changed for 2020. The initial coverage period is the part that we want to stay in. That's the part where you're getting small co-payments for your drugs. That's the part it's kind of subsidized by the Part D drug plan. Otherwise, you'd be out there paying the full cost of the drug. So this is the period that's the most beneficial to you and the part that you should strive the most to stay in. Well, that period, that limit has gone all the way up to $4,020 that you would pay in full retail cost until you'd get out of that and get into the new donut hole. So those people that are taking brand name drugs, all brand name drugs, and this is from Medicare analysis, they're going to reach the catastrophic limit. Those people, again, this is only 4% of people on Medicare, but they're going to have to pay $400 more in 2020 than they did last year. That's a $20 increase in the deductible, a $45 increase in cost in the initial coverage phase, and then $312 increase in cost to get to the catastrophic phase. And here are some of the numbers as they've been modified through Medicare over time. And this is your deductible. The standard deductible has, of course, gone up just a little bit. And between here and here, this is when you get the copays. This is your initial coverage period. This is where you want to stay in. Once the retail cost of all your drugs has hit $4,000, then you're into the donut hole. And you're paying like 25% of the retail cost of your drugs. Your fun little copayments go away. Your bigger costs kick in. That's the point of this video, is to give you kind of a trick as to how you can stay in this period right here so that the vast majority of your drugs you're getting a small copayment on. So this is an illustration from the Kaiser Family Foundation in California. There's a lot of amazing research on Medicare changes, and you'll see here's the change in the deductible last year to this year. Here's the initial coverage limit. It's gone up to $4,020. So this whole period right in here, you're paying. Now this says 25% of the drug cost. In reality, if you've got a plan that's got a copayment, and most everyone does, then you're going to be in the copayment phase. That's a word that Chris Westphal came up with. You're going to be in the copayment phase of your Part D drug plan. And that's really where I'd want you to stay as you have low copayments. Once that retail cost of everything, and that's not your cost, that's the retail cost of everything, the real cost of the drug. Once that has surpassed $4,000, you're going to be in this. It's the donut hole where you can pay 25% of the full cost of the drugs. And then once your maximum true out of pocket, and this is a very into the weeds thing here. This is not the retail cost. This is the cost of your cost toward it and the cost that the company's paid toward it. If it gets to this level here, then you should only have to pay 5% of the cost of the drug. Now, this is a very small number of people that get here. Again, this is the copayments phase where you want to stay. That's what we're going to focus on in this video. And then you have the retail cost total this and put you in the donut hole. Donut hole still alive and well in 2020. Look, here it is. It's the coverage gap. For those who said it's not here, it's still here. According to Medicare, if you purchase medications with an average retail value of over $335 per month, that's not your copay, that's what the drugs really cost, then you will enter the donut hole in 2020. My goal is to help you avoid that if that's at all possible. This is an illustration for Medicare again on those changes, and you can see how the costs have been going up. And to get out of the donut hole, the estimated cost that you're really going to hit, your true out of pocket, it's going to be around here, and then it's just going through the roof. So how can we stay in this period here with the copayments? The solution is to avoid getting into the donut hole. Now, here's the thing. With the Part D drug plan, they are keeping a running account of everything that you've spent toward your drugs within their plan. And that's the trick. Is camera even centered? The trick is they're tracking everything that you're spending towards your plan. They're also tracking what they're paying on it to go toward the catastrophic phase, but that's later. So what can we do to get your purchases off the books? Because as soon as your total retail cost hits that threshold, boom, you're in the donut hole and you're paying a lot more. Your copayments, for all intents and purposes, go away. And now you're paying a true cost, a percentage of the total cost of the drug. So the goal is get it off the books, under the table, secret. But wait, if you pay cash for that drug plan, wouldn't that hurt you because now you're paying way more for the cost? Well, in certain cases, yes. In certain cases, no. Like in the Southeast, we have a store called Publix, and Publix makes available a very big list of drugs at no cost whatsoever, maybe a $2 or $4 copayment. It is always in your best interest to ask them at the pharmacy, what would the cash price for this be? If I didn't have a Medicare plan at all, what would the cash price for this be? And if they say that it's anywhere close to what that cost would be on your drug plan, especially if it's less, if it's $0 or $2 or $4 or $10, but your drug plan copay would have been $20 or $25, that's what we call in the business a no-brainer. Put away your Medicare card. Just because you have a Part D drug plan does not mean that all the drugs have to flow through it, nor should they. So if you can pay cash for it at the retail location and it's cheaper, absolutely, that's your first savings, but that's not what I'm going to get to. The better solution is to use one of these little secrets that not a lot of people know about. Actually, our clients told us about this one. I went out and used it and literally saved 90% of the cost of this drug that I had to get. 90%. It's the same drug, and here's the weird thing. It's the same pharmacy. Same drug, same pharmacy, 90% savings on it. Now, how did that happen? It happened because I bought it through the app. I literally paid for the drug through this program. NBC News did a very neat study about this company when it was first getting started. Now they're over 600,000 users, but not everyone knows about it, and that's why I want you to share this. Now, you can't just go to the name of the company.com. It doesn't work. So I've posted a link down here from my website that will redirect you to the correct page. So you go to seniorsavingsnetwork.org/blink, seniorsavingsnetwork.org/blink, and that will take you right to it. You can register there. It doesn't cost anything to register, but put in the name of your drug. If you find that your drug is, like I found, 90% off, then don't go through your drug plan. Especially if you should just run all your drugs through there anyway. But the more that you keep off the books with your drug plan, the further and further you push off going into the donut hole. And the donut hole means you pay a lot more. So if you can get anything you can, either cheaper through retail or using this service like Blink, and I've got a couple more to show you, but watch this NBC story about Blink. I think you'll find it really fascinating.
We're back now with the cost of prescription drugs, which keep rising. A third of Americans say they're paying more than they did just a year ago, even for generic drugs, according to Consumer Reports. Tonight, we look at a new company, a startup that wants to shake up the drug industry and bring down the cost of generic drugs. Some are already saving big. NBC's Olivia Stearns has details.
Tammy Powell, a nurse outside Chicago, struggled to pay for her own $400 prescription drug bill every month, even with insurance, taking Cymbalta for neck pain plus medications for high cholesterol and blood pressure. She was searching for coupons.
When I got to the pharmacy, actually, with the coupon, they would run the code and it wasn't real.
Then she stumbled upon Blink Health, a new website that offers drugs marked down by as much as 95%.
Almost everyone takes medications at some point in their life, and most people are overpaying.
Blink was founded by brothers Matthew and Jeffrey Chaikin to basically bypass insurance companies.
Whether you have good insurance, bad insurance, or no insurance at all, you should check the Blink price before going to the pharmacy.
Here's how Blink works. Normally, your doctor writes a prescription. You go to your insurance company, and the insurance company goes to the drug maker. Prices are based on what kind of insurance you have. Blink goes straight to the drug maker, so you click on your drug, pay online, and print out the receipt to take to your pharmacy. Blink features over 15,000 medications at 60,000 pharmacies nationwide, mostly generics, and not the super expensive cutting-edge drugs. But consumer advocates say this approach could be the future.
A lot of people have high deductible plans. You may not realize kind of what's going on until you try to actually fill the prescription.
Back in Chicago, Tammy says her $422 bill has been cut to just $77 a month.
What did you think when you saw that at first?
I wanted to cheer. Nobody wants to spend their money on medicine if you don't have to. Hi.
Saving money and time to enjoy life's precious moments. Olivia Stearns, NBC News, Chicago.
So again, the goal is not to have everything accumulate within your Part D drug plan, which will then push you into these higher levels of cost for you. And anything you could do through Blink, for instance, will save you money in the long run. It may save you money right even, versus your Part D drug plan. Some other solutions that we've tried include GoodRx. This is typically where you can look on their website or you can look on their phone application, type in the name of your drug, and it will show you all of the pharmacies around you that can accept a GoodRx coupon that you can have literally on your phone, or you can print it out from their website. It doesn't cost you anything. And using their coupon and their discount at that pharmacy, you still pay at the point of purchase at the pharmacy. But again, it all comes back to, don't show your Medicare Part D card if it's paying too much. Show your Blink or your GoodRx coupon. Another one that Clark Howard recommended is the RX Saver. It was purchased by Retail Me Not, so they've got a really goofy link to get there. It's rxsaver.retailmenot.com. But you can type in the name of your drug there, and this works like GoodRx. It's a coupon. And if you get into the habit of saving 50 or 60 or 80% on your drugs every month, and you can buy it by going outside of your Part D drug plan, it's going to save you money right now, but definitely keep you out of the donut hole. That's the biggest goal. So I encourage you, look at the Blink. Actually, as a matter of fact, last time I looked at Blink, it said that if you use this special link, you can get $15 off your first drug there. So I'm going to hook that up with this link, seniorsavingsnetwork.org/blink, seniorsavingsnetwork.org/blink. And when you use that, you'll get $15 toward your first deal. And it doesn't cost anything to sign up, so why wouldn't you? If you found another way that works, and I found this through my clients, and I've shared it through my agent community over at MedicareAgentTraining.com, where we train insurance agents on how to work in the Medicare market. We have over 3,000 members there now. And if you're in the insurance space, you can come over there and find out what we're finding in best practices in the Medicare world. But I'm encouraging you in the comments below, share what other tips and tricks you found to save money and avoid, as long as possible, getting into the donut hole, or worse, all the way up to catastrophic coverage. Because while it only affects about 25% of the people out there, those people that are affected are paying a fortune for their drugs. That part's not going to go away. What we can do to avoid that is avoid getting to the donut hole in the first place by being creative and going outside. If you've got an expensive drug, the expensive drugs are the ones that you need to look at these other resources and see if you can save money on them. And if you know anybody that's getting hit real hard with their drug costs, please share this information with them. And if you've got any other tips that I've missed, which I'm sure there are some, put them in the comments below. I'd really appreciate it. Please subscribe to the channel for future updates and hit that little notification bell so you're notified in real time when something's posted here. I'm Chris Westfall. If I can help you with your Medicare insurance needs, or anybody that you know that's new to Medicare, please share my info. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thanks for watching.